You got me in a tiny grip between your big old thumb and your fingertip. A little hold on a bit of my skin that makes my pain receptors feel like they're exploding. It feels like a mile, but it's only an inch, a tiny little bit, yeah, it's just a pinch. Please let go of me. Please stop pinching me. Hey folks, whether you're watching this on a big old 45-inch HDR-ready TV or on your phone on the train to work, I want you to start whispering, pinch, 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 pinch. You got me in a tiny grip between your big old thumb and your fingertip. It's just a teeny nip, don't be a whip. As the acute nature of the concentrated surface means it hurts quite a bit. A pinch might be small, but they all add up. So many little pinches, yeah, they boil my blood. 100 little grips pulling me to the edge. 1,000 tiny cuts, but there's no death. Please stop, please leave me alone. Please stop pinching me, please let me go. It feels like a mile, but it's only an inch. A tiny little bit, yeah, it's just a pinch. It's just a pinch. Oh my god, am I dreaming? No, I'm not trapped in my nightmares this time. Hi, I'm David Stanier. How you doing? I'm here to grab you between my finger and thumb and just squeeze until it's a little bit painful. Welcome to Just a Pinch, with me, David Stanier. You know me, right? David Stanier. Come on, if you don't know me by now, then you will never know me. Never. Oh, god damn it, Simply Red. Get out of my head, Mick. Inside your thoughts. Why don't I introduce myself? And there's no better way to introduce yourself than through some chanting. You know, chanting. Chanting. Let me introduce myself through some chanting. Start stamping your feet. DAVIDSTANIER. DAVIDSTANIER. I'm polite all the time. When I draw the anarchy sign, I keep the A inside the lines. I say sorry all the time. DAVIDSTANIER. DAVIDSTANIER. I insist. You go first. You didn't say thank you. You're the worst. You go first. I insist. I'm trying to be nice. Don't resist. DAVIDSTANIER. DAVIDSTANIER. Smile when you're happy, smile when you're sad. Make them think that you are glad. People won't like it if you're blue. If you don't smile, they won't like you too. DAVIDSTANIER. DAVIDSTANIER. Tell us a bit more about yourself, Dave. What? You want to know more about me? Like some of my favorite things? We sure do. Okay. Like, what was your favorite subject in school? Flirting. What's your favorite sport? Video games. What's your favorite TV show? The weather. And the forecast is up yours. What's your favorite movie? Just any of the ones that I was in. Like Avengers Endgame. Wait for me, guys! Iron Man, watch me, I'm gonna do my special move! Oi, watch me! Or Forrest Gump.
Don't you stay here, goddammit! That's an order! I gotta find Bobo!
I think he's over there. Or Titanic.
Give me your hand, I'll pull you over! Come on! Give me your hand!
I'm slipping! Ah!
I've got you!
What's your favourite animal? My cat. Otherwise, I get a bit nervous around animals and act very sensibly so they don't eat me. Pleased to meet you. What are some of your favourite hobbies? I like watching YouTube videos of babies getting hearing aids for the first time. Like at first they're a bit unsure, like what you're putting on me, and you can't tell them because they're deaf, but then they kind of pause and they realise, and then they start smiling. It's so lovely. But I kind of wish one baby would be like, "Fucking hell! Whoa! This shit is crazy!" But where have you learnt those swear words, you naughty baby? You're supposed to be deaf. That's my favourite hobby. That and making these online comedy specials. Oh, like Bo Burnham. Kinda.
But I made mine 5 months before his. See?
And with a lot less whinging. What's your favourite kind of pinching? That's not really a normal question that you would ask someone, but I do have an answer. Let's talk pinching. A pinch. A pinch. Sneaky. Painful. Playful. Pinch. An attempt at moderation. Just a little bit. Just a good-natured nip. A spiteful child that didn't get to the red and yellow cozy coupe in time. Acting out. Pinch. A subtle but sly grab for attention. To your +1 at a wedding, so you can gesture towards the woman who turned up in white. She's fallen asleep during the ceremony. A pinch of salt. Not quite believing everything entirely. Because someone tends to elaborate on the details, and you can be full of shit sometimes. A pinch. Your thumb ready to get a grip. Your finger ready for an acute grab. Prepare your hands.
Prepare your hands.
Prepare your hands. First up, it's your index finger. Get it up straight, then curl it around. My favourite finger. The pointer. The main lad. The striker of the hand. The leader and captain of the hand team. He's tapping impatiently. He's flicking something annoying away. It's the first one to go in my mouth. But why is it called the index finger? The use of index here comes from the Latin word indico, which means to point out. But yeah, an index is also all that stuff at the back of a book, all that alphabetical list that goes to the pages and references and shit. So you can see why it's confusing to me. Use your index finger to slide down that list and tap it when you find what you're looking for. Thumb out, thumbs out. Like I always say, bums out, thumbs out. The thumb, the engine of the hand. Thumb, thumb, thumb. Thumbs, sturdy, strong, doing the business. The papa of the hand, papa thumb. Opposable thumbs. It's what separates us from the apes. A monkey can't pinch you, thank God. Wait, they can't, can you? Somebody fact check that. I don't know. So just watch out. Little Pinky. Little Pinky is the youngest finger. Perpetually 5 years old. It's the eternal child of the hand. Will I ever grow up? Will I ever know love? I want to be taken seriously. Now, little one. The ring finger. Sensitive, romantic, doesn't want to cause a fuss or want for attention, but they work dutifully, and they are quietly important. Like a woman in a world war. Middle finger. A real tough guy. Doesn't take no crap from anyone, so fuck off. Eminem. Limp Bizkit. Take that, mum and dad. The oldest brother of the hand. Very serious. If it was a train in Thomas the Tank Engine, then it would be Gordon. And the ring finger would be Henry. Put your middle finger with your index finger, and you've got a gun. Bang, 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 bang. And what are Pinky, Ringo, and middle finger doing during a pinch? They're getting out of the way. Heads down, bracing themselves, getting out of the way of the pinch. But to answer your question, yes, I do have a favourite type of pinching. My favourite kind of pinching is when I'm using my finger and thumb to get a nice stack of crisps. Is there anything better than crisps? I love crisps. Who thinks they're better than crisps? Do you think you're better than crisps?
I love crisps. And can you honestly say as many people have said that they love you that have said that they love crisps? Like, think how many people there are that said that they love crisps, and how many people have said that they love you. Sorry. Do you want a crisp? Heaven is thin slices of potato, either fried or baked. Tucking into a packet of crisps. Getting 32 of the little busters. But I can eat about 2,396. Guess what I'm eating? In the UK, we eat about 500 million crisps each day. That's about 17 million potatoes. Thank God crisps aren't made out of people, eh? That'd be something. That's an average of 100 packets each year. Every third to fourth day, I'm eating crisps. I tell you why she's hanging out in frame. It's because she loves crisps. We gotta talk flavour progression. We started with simple ingredients. Salt from the sea, vinegar from the orchard, cheese, onion, honest, humble ingredients. Ingredients like spring onion and a chicken, smoky bacon, beef. But human ingenuity marches on. Onto paprika. It's starting to get a little spicier. Onto sour cream and chive. Onto barbecue. Onto Thai sweet chili. And then from ingredients to straight meals. A prawn cocktail, anyone? For me, the crunchier the crisp, the better the crisp. I don't hate a fluffy crisp. Your maize-based buddies, your Whatsits, your Monster Munch, your cheese puffs. But for me, the crunchier, the better. The real review comes from my teeth when I'm chewing it down into a paste. I don't like that crisp paste to be too sticky, and that's what you're going to get with a fluffy crisp. The worst crisps? Vegetable crisps. I mean, technically all crisps are vegetable crisps, what with them being made out of potato, but you know the purple potpourri motherfuckers I'm talking about when I say vegetable crisps. Not crunchy at all. Chewy, in fact. They shouldn't even call themselves crisps. It's like calling shoes a car. And they taste like eating shoes as well. Here's a question for all the Brits out there. As a British person, when you go abroad, how do you feel about seeing walkers going around calling themselves Lays? In Australia, they're called Smiths, or Smith's Chips. Lays as a name I find to be an odd word, like a weird verb. I've heard of lay and lie and laid. We're putting something down. But Lays. I think the only time I use the word lays is when I'm singing about the sweet little Lord Jesus' head in Away in a Manger. But I checked the lyrics to that and no one can seem to agree whether it's lay, lays or laid. Imagine not being able to agree on the writing of religion. It took me ages to realise what was going on with Walkers being called Lays whenever I was on holiday in Crete. But of course, Henry Walker in 1948 founded Walker's Crisps in Leicester with his Spanish cousin Señor Dorito, only to be bought out by the Lay's company in 1989. But, recognising that the British people would not take people messing with their crisps, they just kept the name as Walkers. And much like driving on the left-hand side of the road, refusing to learn other people's languages, Mr. Bean, it's another way in which the UK strikes itself as unique in the international community. Do you reckon when Walkers did that do as a flavour competition at any point they wished they never asked? Like if Cajun Squirrel was the silly answer, imagine some of the suggestions they got. With the dawn of the internet, I've seen the extent of the human mind, the creativity, yeah. So I reckon some of them flavour suggestions got really dark. Do you reckon in the future with the decay of cultural censorship and the death of conservatism that Walkers will just go mad and make a human flesh flavour? Imagine that. Now guys, I've got something for you. I've got a way of eating crisps that makes crisps even better. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. When I eat crisps, I put the crisp in my mouth. But before I bring my teeth crunching on down, what I do is I give my tongue a moment. I just let it sit there on my tongue, kind of giving it a big, long, slow lick. Run your tongue all over that crisp. Let it linger. Concentrate on your senses. Really taste that crisp. Just pause and let it be tasted. Concentrate on your taste buds. Your little buddies that taste. Actually, this goes for any food, by the way, like burgers, gatto, peppercorn sauce, grapes, carrots, jelly, human flesh, baked beans, frazzles, tomatoes, they're juicier than you think. Lettuce, so fresh and crisp, like a crisp you can pick from a bush. Raisins, you might as well try and taste them a bit, otherwise you could have just chewed and eaten a fly. Boiled white rice? Sure, snugger yogurt pot, or just more crisps. Knickknacks, Space Raiders, French fries. Kiss your crisps like you're a teenager at the prom. Take time to stop and smell the roses? No. Take time to taste with your tongue. Is this bit of the show funny? I'm not sure, but your mouth will thank me later. This might be a bit early for something a bit this weird, so sorry about that if it's like the first time you're being introduced to me. But seriously, get your tongue all around your crisps.
Down in the depths where it's dark and wet at the bottom of the sea, I live my life as a crab and I appreciate what I have, but there's a longing that's inside of me. Down in the dark where the bubbles all start, I can't help but feel melancholy. My shell may be hard and I don't have a heart, but my soul longs to be free. Oh, there's a world up there with so much to see, and I want to see it all, and it might take a while as my eyes are so tiny. One of these days I'll go above the waves, my 8 feet will stand on more than sand. My wife doesn't seem to understand my dreams and my need to grab life with my claw hands. I'll walk out through the surf until I reach the dirt, walking sideways far across the land. But when will I go? I do not know, for now they remain as just my plans. Oh, there's a world out there and I want to see it all. There's so much to see, but it might take some time as my eyes are very small.
One of my favourite types of pinching is when I'm pinching pennies. I don't mean stealing money, I mean penny pinching. That money's mine and I want to hang on to it, gripping it with my little 2 fingers. Penny pinching. Ka-ching! We're going downtown to the money-making business quarter. I'm not gonna lowball you or dick swing or bend you over on this deal. I've been watching the TV show Succession and I couldn't help but notice how similar it is to my whole life. So I thought I'd give you a few of my money secrets and cash tips. Fuck off. Buy yourself something nice. After this, all your debt and interest and downfall will be fired. And you'll be the boss with the big graph. What's that behind your ear? Penny pinching secret number 1.
Wants and needs.
To save money, I consider my wants versus my needs. My needs versus my wants. Picture the scene. You're out shopping. You see something you might like to buy. Maybe a Funko Pop or a pair of snazzy trainers. I ask myself the question, do I really need it? If the answer is no, you don't need a Funko Pop. Why would anybody need a Funko Pop? They're fucking stupid. Funko Pop. Fuck off Funko Pops. Then I don't buy it. But if the answer is I want it and I need it, yes, a nice pair of trainers. They're going to make me faster, and I'm walking around barefoot at the Trafford Centre again. Then I buy it. Easy peasy.
Get a sock full of change.
Get a sock full of change. You see this here? This is a sock full of change. Any 5p's, 1p's or 2p's, I just pop in this sock. Any shrapnel, change, coppers, pop them in there. And look how heavy that is. You're saving money. And you can also save money on your weapons budget. Use it to negotiate with those Coinstar pricks when they try and take a percentage of that charity crap.
Business cards.
Business cards are very important. So why not sell business cards? Here's some that I've made.
Here's a business card for my business card company. And here's a sample of a business card to show the sort of thing my business card company can do. Wait, hang on, maybe this is the sample. Or the real one. A good handshake.
A good handshake is important to seal the deal in business. But these days, with the peril of pestilence, handshakes are not happening right now. People are being more hygienic. Everyone's going for an elbow tap. So it's important that you grab the elbow with both of your elbows and shake it firmly.
Cocaine.
Cocaine. Rich people seem to love cocaine. So logic would suggest that if you take cocaine, you're gonna be rich. It must be the secret to their success. Something you non-cocaine taking poor people don't know about. But as rich folk, everyone knows about it. The going rate is about £500 a gram. At least that's what that man in that toilet in Deansgate told me. And that's expensive, but you gotta keep out the riff-raff. It's a sound investment.
Dress for the job you want.
They say dress for the job you want. And the job that you want is billionaire. Of course you do. Of course you want to be a billionaire. And you gotta start dressing like one. Starting with your tie. How wide? How long? What tie you decide will decide what type of billionaire you're gonna be. And what type of billionaire do you want to be? What type of billionaire do you want to be?
Donald Trump.
Trump. Trump has a big old red tie that goes down and past his waistline and down until it isn't really even a tie anymore. It's just a big pendulous red scarf that distorts your perspectives and perception of his body shape.
What tie does Mark Zuckerberg have?
He has a normal tie. Normal thickness, normal length, normal colour. A normal tie for a normal guy. As normalised as Facebook is on our lives. What type of billionaire tie are you gonna have? Which type of billionaire tie is it gonna be? The correct answer is no tie.
Jobs. Gates. Musk.
No tie. Because they're just relaxed, casual guys who just happen to make an obscene amount of money.
Larry Page.
Larry Page. No collar, which means no tie.
Jack Dorsey.
Jack Dorsey. No tie. It'd look a bit weird poking out from under his big long beard. And his beard kind of acts like a tie. A tie made of scraggly hair. They're just relaxed, friendly, casual guys like you. I mean, look at these open collars. They're not serious guys, they're just relaxed and friendly and casual. I mean, sure, yeah, they do have immoral amounts of wealth. Wealth that could be used to fix the world's problems, such as hunger, climate change, and healthcare. But they don't, because, come on, they're just relaxed, casual, friendly, regular guys like you.
Enter Bezos. Jeff Bezos.
No tie, no hair. Hair can't afford the real estate staying on that genius capitalist head. Jeffrey Bezos, the richest man in the world. But do you know what, Jeffrey? There's something you can't buy. That's right. All that money, all those billions of dollars, being the richest man in the world, and there's still something you can't buy. And that is my heart. And my eyes, and my hands, and my penis and testicles. You can't buy those, Jeffrey. You hear me? I might sell you a leg for all your money. And that is my money advice. Penny pinching.
Pinching, eh? Pinching can be pretty useful, you know. You can see if you're dehydrated by pinching your skin. I need a drink. Hang on. Is it if your skin snaps back, you need some water, or if it doesn't snap back, you need to fill it with some water? I need a drink. Pinch punch, first of the month. Usually I just use calendars to find out when it's the start of the month, or I've been paid recently so I know it's coming. But man, time goes quickly. Each second a pinch of time. Man, you can't stop it. You can't stop time. If it was me, I'd be holding back the years, thinking of the fear I've had so long. When somebody hears, "Ah, get out of my head, Simply Red!"
Inside your thoughts.
A pinch can be a good way to have some fun. Nobody suspects the childish, peevish spitefulness of a pinch among a full-grown man. Pinch your sister's new line manager. Act like nothing happened. If he brings it up, deny it. Pinch a shopkeeper. I'm gonna say a branch manager of a Timpson's. Bring it on, you key-cutting idiot. Feeling brave? Airport security staff. Should you pinch in a fight? Now, I can't say I've tried it myself, but it is illegal to pinch in the rules of the UFC. So I'm thinking, power move. I bet you've never thought this much about pinching before. I've always been intrigued when comedians have to name their Edinburgh show in February when the actual festival's in August, and then they end up kind of like writing their show around that name. So I kind of like that as a creative writing exercise, and I thought I'll have a go at that. Came up with just a pinch, and now I'm obsessed with pinching and pinching and pinching and pinching. Woohoo, I'm pinching! But with pinching, when does the fun stop? When does pinching become the opposite of fun? Like a grumpy ghost, when does pinching become mean-spirited? When does pinching go wrong? When does pinching become bad? Man, pinching can be a crime. A damn crime. I'm talking about some sneaky stealing, taking something that's not yours for free. All it costs is a little bit of your soul. Turn off that empathy and do some crime. Ooh, crime, you tempting little git. Crime. Now, I'm not much of a crime guy myself, because in general, I just tend to be good. But another reason is because I can't stand feeling guilty. Ooh, feeling guilty is horrible. Ooh, I hate having something like that hanging over me, when I am pretty susceptible to feeling guilty. Crime. Having that hanging over you. Yuck. No thank you, I hate feeling guilty. Ooh, baby. Crime. Do you remember that feeling when you were a kid? And when you were still learning right from wrong, really, but you'd done something wrong. And ooh, I used to hate it so much. I hated feeling guilty. When you're a youngster, guilt will eat you up. Yum, yum, yum. Little boys. That's what guilt would say. I wasn't saying... Like, did you see that story where somebody put a sock on a goose's head? Like, imagine if that was you. Imagine if you knew that you'd done that, and everybody else was trying to find you, and they fucking hated your guts. But that's your little secret. You probably didn't think it through. You had a sock, you saw a goose. Might have been self-defense. Geeses do attack. I'd believe him. And let's be real, it probably was a man putting a sock on a goose's head. Plus that sock, that's a man's sock. That's some fine police work. Oh, it used to cause a turmoil inside myself. Feeling the cold slap of the cuffs of fear on the worrying wrists of my heart. Imagine if you'd done a really bad crime. Like, you'd stolen something and you could have been caught on CCTV for all you know. Or you'd murdered somebody. Or just done something wrong that you could get caught for at any moment. I don't think I could relax. They say crime doesn't pay, but you can actually get paid quite a lot of money for crime. But for me, nah, I just couldn't enjoy it. Those dollars will buy all the long-legged broads and booze drinks in the world. But I can't enjoy crime. So if you see me doing a crime, know that I probably had a good reason to do it. And sometimes the wrong thing to do is the right thing to do. I'm probably just doing that. In America, the US of A, if you do a crime bad enough, they'll kill you. But they will give you a lovely meal first. Anything you want. If I was on death row, I think my last meal would be loads and loads of bowls of crisps, every flavour from around the world. And then they'd blindfold me and I'd have to try and determine the flavour just using just taste. Really get my tongue all around each one and really give it a good taste. And I did say every flavour, so that's going to take quite a while. And you have to do it because it's my last meal, and that's the rules, you have to do it. But once it was done, then it'd be off to the firing squad singing Kasabian. Na 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 oosh. I hate those ye olde laws which are apparently stick around. Like, you can kill an Irishman with a crossbow in a graveyard in York on St. Stephen's Day. No, you can't, mate. And whoever's telling you it is usually, like, really enjoying themselves telling you it. Like, fuck off, this isn't a crap QI. It's like those bozos who like to correct you that it's fewer instead of less. But when it comes to the real world and the mean streets, they quickly find out that all those book smarts are use fewer. If you're pregnant, you can piss in a policeman's hat. A pregnant woman may relieve herself in a policeman's hat. Yeah, give that one a go, mum-to-be. See if it was worth missing your child's first birthday for. In Liverpool, it is illegal for a woman to be topless unless she is a clerk of a tropical fish store. Yes, Lid! Gonna get some fit birds to be selling some little Nemos, la! That was a Scouse accent. In Thailand, police officers are forced to wear a pink Hello Kitty armband if they break the law or rule of duty. Which seems, I don't know, not quite... Oh, I bet you regret planting evidence and racially profiling those guys now, because don't you look silly? Oh, I bet you regret getting an innocent suspect killed in custody, because your arm looks a bit like a little girl's. Look at the little girl. Did you know it's illegal to detonate a nuclear bomb? But if you are worried about nuclear war with that mad lad in North Korea, then just don't worry, because Kim Jong-un is an anagram of I'm just joking. Phew, what a relief. Don't check it, it's true. What laws would I like to see introduced? I've got 3. 1. If you see somebody tying their shoelaces, it's okay to leapfrog them. 2. Every Monday morning, everybody gets a chocolate bar by law. If you don't like chocolate, then some crisps. Get your tongue around them. How are we going to pay for all these chocolates and crisps? Easy, we'll just take some money from the armed forces. Helmets? Pfft, just duck. Duck from the bullets. That's what I'd do if I was in a war in the army. Come on. And 3, you know when you see somebody jogging with a pushchair, that's banned. How am I supposed to know that they're not stealing a baby? It's not my fault if I roundhouse kick a new mother. How was I supposed to know? And that's crime, baby. You want my officer number? It's 999. Now jog on, dickhead. Here's to you, crime. I feel like pinching a bum is quite out of fashion these days. A bum pinch can be fun. A nice, unexpected surprise for a long-term partner. But where it can all go a bit rotten is when that bum pinch is uninvited. Now, I've pinched a bum when it was not wanted before. I've negatively and aggressively been called a bum pincher.
You pinch my bum, you bum pincher!
I didn't do it on purpose, but I did do it. I was 8 years old. It was late June. I remember the skies being grey, like the grey of our little boy trousers. It was one of those mid-summer term weeks where everyone's itching to wind down, the last days of year 3. It had been raining 3 days before, and so the grass was muddy and we were confined to the concrete rectangle of the playground. It was humid, uncomfortable, and it threatened more rain. I was running around, and I remember I was having a horrible time. I had a headache. So weird to have a headache as a child. Inside your head, that aches. That's where your mind and your thinking are. Not that you've really got a grasp of those, but that's where it hurts, with a dull ache that reverberates with every sudden movement. Yet I was still running, determined to have fun, with perhaps the foolish perseverance that only children have, although I was not very much enjoying my playtime. But running and running and running I was, tenacious in my intention to enjoy my allocated bit of freedom in the school day. Head aching, grimacing a smile, I really didn't need what was about to happen. The naughtiest boy in my class was Naughty Daniel. Man was he naughty. But he had an older brother, Richard, who was even naughtier. While vivid in my memory, it also doesn't feel real. But yeah, I pinched his bum. I was running and running and running, and then I was brought to an abrupt stop as I collided with naughtier Richard. Our limbs a jangle of confusion, and my head ringing, I fell forward. I remember how my shoes slid, failing to grip underfoot, and what little friction they did grab only further sought to disorientate my balance. Maybe I was grabbing anything for stability or tensing, ready for impact. But yeah, I pinched his bum. Soft and round, I'd not really touched anyone else's bum before. Is this what plump means? I pinched his bum.
You bum pincher.
Angry. Ooh, he was mad. Exaggerated by his black curved eyebrows. Man, he had curved eyebrows. He was kind of pale yet dark. You could tell that his parents smoked. And in my memory, I still remember seeing his red blood vessels of his eyeballs.
You pinch my bum, you bum pincher. You're a bum pincher, you are.
I said, "I've got a headache," and ran away. I remember looking back over my shoulder to see he was running away in the opposite direction, possibly fearful of another bum pinching. But that was it. That was it. He was gone. And I never encountered him ever again. Naughty Daniel didn't ask if I pinched his brother's bum. It was never mentioned ever again, until me saying it right now. That was it. All that's happened is that I've had to think about that every now and then for the past 26 years. My mind just grabbing onto that thought, unexpectedly, forever pinching the bum of my memory. But hey, it was a mistake. Mistakes were made. Whenever I make a mistake, I always go, whoops. And then when somebody says, don't you mean whoops? I go, oh, I can't get anything right. Then what I'm doing is making distance between the actual original mistake. Time's a healer, and what I'm doing is I'm lessening my association to the responsibility. Just let those minutes go by. Goodbye. And as I always say, a second is a pinch of time. I'm not a bum pincher.
This is it, I'm bloody doing it. I live a life unfulfilled no more. I left my crab life, I didn't tell my wife my destination, the seashore. Today's the day, I'm on my way. This is where my adventure begins. One step at a time towards the coastline. I won't stop until I reach Beijing. Oh, here I go, and my eyes are open wide. But they're still very small and I want to see it all, so this might just take some time. I met a cow, I told her how lucky to have eyes so large. She said, nice of you to say, but I don't feel that way as I rarely really leave this farm. Well, take it from me, I insist that you leave, and don't you stop until you've gone far. Don't stand here and graze, seize the day, now she works in a Spanish beach bar. Oh, here I go, I'm going to see it all, but I've hardly begun. It'll be a while until I'm done due to the size of my eyeballs.
There's a man out there who pinches. He pinches at your attention. He pinches at your morals. He's got little pinchy eyes. And he's a piece of shit. He knows how to pinch at your gristly, stringy nerves inside yourself to get you all worked up. And he's pinching at you so you want to say something. But you've got to ignore him. You've got to ignore that piece of shit.
That piece of shit, Piers Morgan. Ignore him, he's boring, I'm snoring, ignore him, ignore him. That piece of shit knows exactly what he's doing, digging in his heels while society's improving. One look at his tweets and your afternoon is ruined. When he talks, it's like his mouth is pooing. Do you feel your buttons being pressed? I need to object, that's got you feeling stressed. He's doing it for attention and attention's what he gets. Which woman is he going to give his opinion on next? Acts like a victim when he gets called a twat. Even though that's exactly how he acts. Not very be kind calling me that. Twat, 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 twat. Unfollow him, mute, don't search his name. I never want to think about him ever again. He wants to take up space inside your brain. I want to drive this man absolutely insane. That piece of shit, Piers Morgan. Ignore him, he's boring, I'm snoring, ignore him, ignore him. That piece of shit, Piers Morgan. Ignore him, he's boring, I'm snoring. Ignore him, ignore him. A journalist of the slimiest kind. Hacking people's phones comes to mind. Hanging out with people who commit sex crimes. Don't give the sad fuck a second of your time. I'm aware the song is slightly ironic, making you think of him while telling you to stop it before anyone replies with something sardonic. I want to drive real fast when I'm tied to my car bonnet. God damn, I hate this nan made of ham. He has the debating skills of a battering ram. Talking over everyone, what a rude man. So fuck this motherfucker Piers Morgan. That piece of shit Piers Morgan. Ignore him, he's boring, I'm snoring. Ignore him, ignore him. That piece of shit Piers Morgan. Ignore him, he's boring, I'm snoring. Ignore him, ignore him. That piece of shit Piers Morgan. Ignore him, he's boring, I'm snoring. Ignore him, ignore him. That piece of shit Piers Morgan. Ignore him, he's boring, I'm snoring. Ignore him, ignore him, ignore him.
He's just one of the many little pinches in life. Yowch! I didn't enjoy that. One of the many annoyances. Life is full of little pinches, and pinches might be small, but they all add up. Little grips gripping you. Little pinches pinching you. Pinch. Do you ever get your clothes stuck on door handles? Getting in the gap of your shirt and just dragging you back like a 50s teacher? My dressing gown cord got stuck in behind the kitchen door and it felt like it was a ghost dragging me to hell. Pinch. Ooh, the negativity is just oozing out of me as I read and judge a Facebook post. Ooh, they sound sad. Better screenshot this and send it to a friend. Pinch. When Twitter decides to refresh and whatever tweet I was reading gets sent right down. Can I find it? No. Did it even ever happen? I don't know. Pinch. Oh, when I go to reply to an email that I've already replied to, it puts the recipient as me. Like, why would I want to reply to myself? And then I'll do it without noticing and send it off and then go, ooh, I've got an email. Who's it from? Oh, it's from me. Because I've done that reply thing. Pinch. Okay, I'm starting to notice that a few of these pinches are generally about the user-friendliness of the internet. Pinch. This mop squirts out the front, but to make it squirt, it's got a button which is on the handle, and it always goes off whenever I pick it up and squirts all my legs. Pinch. Inside, I'm going haywire as the cashier tries to make the packet of crisps flat so that the barcode will read, but in the process, they're crushing all my crisps. Stop crushing all my crisps. Pinch. I still think of when an ex-girlfriend of mine said, why'd you have to be silly all the time? Pinch. I was speaking to somebody recently, and halfway through the conversation they said, sorry, I don't usually have all this nervous energy. I went, that's probably my fault. You're probably assimilating, like subconsciously mirroring me, and now you feel really uncomfortable. I bet you feel really anxious now, don't you? Pinch. Do you ever just feel like you're going with the flow? Like a stick on a river? But worried that that river will probably lead to the ocean, and then you'll just realise that one day you're in the middle of the sea. Excuse me, I'm not a fish. Pinch. Generally on the whole, I can avoid those articles when it's lists of stuff, like notes left on work fridges, or awkward tales from a wedding, or weird tips left for waiters. But every now and then, it'll get me. And before I know it, I'm scrolling down through all the last photographs taken of people before they died, looking into the haunted eyes of Brittany Murphy, seeing how excited the Challenger crew were to go to space. Ooh, times when the customer wasn't right. Don't mind if I do. Pinch. How I want everyone's attention. I want to grab your nose and tickle your armpits. But at the same time, I want to be left entirely alone. Please don't bother me. Even if you did give me your attention, I don't know what I'd do with it. Maybe just talk about pinches loads or something weird. Pinch. I just love the thought of coming home to you, even if I know I can't make it. Well, that's fucking stupid. Like, why would you love thinking about something that's never going to happen? Oh yeah, that feels really nice, having to think of that. That's never going to ever happen. Imagine finding comfort in that, let alone love. Inside your thoughts. Shut up, Mick. Pinch. Pop me in a wheelie bin, roll me down a hill into a canal. Pinch. It all makes you want to run away and hide in the woods, find an abandoned Toys R Us and live like a vampire. Go to B&Q and pick your favourite shed and just live in there and never speak to anyone ever again. Pinch. I hate that stinging feeling as water goes up your nose when you're a stick on the river. Pinch. I was once asked what I see when I look inside the hearts of men. I said I see greed. I see wrongdoing. I see lust. That's what I see when I look inside the hearts of men. And they said, right. I'm a stick floating on a river. Hello? Are you alright? Yeah. Thanks. Are you sure? You've not got yourself into a sticky situation, have you? What? Yeah. I've just got lots of little things going on, just getting at me. Well, as a crab, I can't speak highly enough of shells. But what if I end up hiding in my shell? All tense and rigid and defensive. What if I just end up not enjoying life? I don't know. Just don't worry about it. I guess you're right. Life is going to be full of little things trying to grab at you, little nips trying to get you. But ultimately, you've just got to have a bit of armour on and carry on through life. All those little pinches are going to happen anyway, so you might as well just relax and get on with things. Sure. Thank you for your advice, and I'll sure try my best. Hey, where you going? Back to the sea. I've just been to see the entire world. Cool. Yeah, it was really brilliant. But I best get on and check my wife's okay. She does worry about me. Thanks again. I won't forget this. Yeah, bye. Okay, bye. Bye-bye. Whew. Phew. I'm back from the sea. I learnt a lot from that crab. Yeah, sure. Life might have lots of little pinches trying to annoy you, get off me, but you can't let it make you go all rigid, like a stick. Otherwise you might end up on a river, flowing out of control into the middle of the sea. Yeah, just stop and let your tongue get all amongst the crisps of life. And tell Simply Red to fuck off. Because, after all, life is just a pinch. Or something. Bye. Bye.